PR Venketrama Raja of South India-based Ramco Cements. He started off by asking about the impact of GST Council's decision to retain cement in the highest 28% bracket. Let's listen in.
I think it really doesn't matter from a cement company point of view, but from the economy point of view, yes, it's important. But from our point of view, I think it will have a limited impact because the industry has been used to it for more than many decades at this. It's not a new thing. We have been paying this kind of taxes for many decades now. If it comes down, yes, we will certainly pass it on to the consumer. Because of intense competition, prices will certainly come down for the consumer.
All right. The second question that I have for you in that case is, sir, a little bit about your pricing, because in southern region for second consecutive month we've seen a price cut coming in. Do you at any point of time think that a GST cut can further limit the ability of the companies operating in a region like South to go ahead and cut hike prices in any way?
That doesn't matter. No, it's not about a price increase. It's about what are the margins you get over your costs. So if we can maintain the margins, I mean, that's good. And any price increases towards covering our costs so that we can maintain our margins. That's the basic thing. So I don't think maintaining margins has anything to do with the GST.
The expansion that the company has announced to the tune of more than 3,000 crore in the greenfield unit in Andhra Pradesh and also brownfield expansion in the other two states, which is expected to be completed in 24 months. I'd like to understand basically how would the company be funding this acquisition, and also how would the dynamics of the company change in that particular geography where it's planning the expansion?
So actually the dynamics may really not change because we have been developing markets in the east of India. And basically, our new lines are basically going to be concentrating on marketing on the east of India, and the new plant we are putting will actually substitute for the cement production lost to the south with this new line. So that's the basic idea. So our dynamics of markets may not really change. We are just catering to the growth and the markets we have established. That's the main reason why we are thinking, and we're going to fund it mostly from internal accruals and a little bit of borrowing. So at the end of our expansions in the next 2-3 years, we expect to have the same borrowing levels as before.
All right, sir. So I'd like to know a little bit about the margin front. Given that the cost pressures for the industry as a whole seem to be ebbing, I'd like to understand if you could put a number to the EBITDA per ton kind of a figure that we're looking at. Not exactly the number, but at least a northward to a particular figure that we're looking at for this quarter, which is expected to be better than the first half, if at all.
So that will be something which I cannot say, no, because that has implications in the market. But all I can say is, the pricing pressure is there and also the cost pressure is there. But as a company, it's our duty to make sure that despite all this, how can we reduce the margin pressure? That's the basic thing, and we are working on that.
All right. So the last question in that case I'd have, sir, are there any specific plan that the company has in mind to reduce the cost inflationary pressures that the industry or the company is facing right now?
Yes, of course. I mean, that's the basic idea, no? I mean, of all companies.
List them out, if you could just list them, and whether or not it would fructify in this quarter, or we could see the benefits coming in from the next quarter onwards, and also to what extent can we expect the benefits to creep in?
No, I think it's not about this quarter or next quarter. Basically, our effort has been continuous there. It's a continuous effort over many years of how do we incrementally keep on chipping away at costs. I mean, more like, incremental improvements in our cost structure and things like that. So that effort is continuing, and the newer technologies are coming in, waste heat recovery and so on and so forth. So all those things will slowly get into the cost benefit, and that's some of the capital investments are going on to these things. So over the years, we hope to at least keep the margins as we are going, or reduce the impact in our margin decline with the increase in price.
All right, sir.
And also,
please go ahead.
And also, basically, with the opening up of the sea routes and waterways and so on and so forth, we can also market further further distances and not lose too much margins. And also, as you see, the petroleum prices are coming down. Therefore, fuel costs will come down. That's the whole global thing which every company will benefit. So that's also there.
All right, sir. So the last question that I have for you is, sir, in the first 2 quarters, we've seen the company maintaining the EBITDA margin in the range of 25 to 24%. Can the same be expected in the second half of the financial year, sir? Can we expect a 25% level sustain, or can we expect a northward figure to that?
We are trying hard. That's the whole effort of the management. How do you try to keep it despite falling prices and increase? But whether that will happen or not, we'll only know in the end of the quarter once all the figures come in.
All right.
So it is okay.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Any other question? No, sir. That's all that we have for you. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Indeed, a pleasure talking to you.